Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on how to absolutely crush it in your next interview. Specifically, if you're thinking about a career as an online sales channel manager.
Yeah, we're tapping into some seriously valuable insights from RoleCatcher to help you do just that.
Their resources are top-notch.
Mm-hmm.
So, no time to waste. Let's jump right into it. First things first, what exactly does an online sales channel manager do? I mean, I get the online sales part, but there's got to be more to it,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. It's way more dynamic than it might sound at first. Think of it less like just listing products online and more like you're conducting an entire orchestra of the customer journey.
Okay, I like that. An orchestra. So we're talking about like orchestrating your experience on websites, social media, all that.
Exactly. You're basically creating the whole experience from the moment someone stumbles across a product online to the point where they hit that glorious purchase button.
Makes sense. And I bet with e-commerce booming like crazy, companies are scrambling to find people who can actually, make this happen.
It's true. The Bureau of Labor Statistics actually predicts some serious growth in e-commerce related fields. So, yeah, there's a huge opportunity here.
Okay, that's super encouraging for anyone considering this career path. But let's be real. Getting the job first means nailing that interview. And RoleCatcher did not go easy on us with these sample interview questions, huh?
Definitely not. They pulled out some tough ones, but don't worry. That's what we're here for.
All right then, hit me with question number one. Let's do this.
Okay, so imagine you're sitting across from the hiring manager and they ask, can you tell us about your experience in managing an online sales channel? Now, this one might seem simple, even a little obvious, but that's exactly why it's your time to shine.
Right. Don't underestimate the power of a strong first impression. What are some key things someone should focus on when answering this?
Well, first, think about the specific platforms you've worked with. Have you tackled the big dogs like Amazon or Shopify? What about setting up shop on social media? The interviewer wants to know you've got the experience with their specific needs.
Right, so don't be afraid to name drop those big platforms if you've got the experience to back it up.
Absolutely. And don't just tell them what you did, tell them about the results you achieved. Did you boost sales by a certain percentage? Increase traffic? Give them concrete numbers.
Yeah, instead of just saying, I ran Facebook ads, you can say, I spearheaded a campaign that increased leads by, let's say, 20%, bam.
Exactly. Now, be ready for follow-up questions here. The interviewer might ask, can you walk us through a specific campaign and how you measured its success? They're looking for those details, that analytical thinking.
Got it. Details and data, always a winning combo. Okay, what's next on our interview question hit list?
Get ready for this one. How do you stay up to date with the latest trends and technologies in online sales channels? And trust me, things move fast in this industry.
I bet. So how do you prove you're not stuck in the digital dark ages? What's the secret sauce?
It's all about showcasing your passion for continuous learning. Do you follow industry blogs? Are there podcasts you listen to, online courses you're taking? Talk about those.
I mean, this deep dive counts, right?
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to name drop specific technologies you're excited about, like AI-powered chatbots, for example. Those are hot right now.
Speaking of AI, this feels like a good time to mention how RoleCatcher can be a lifesaver when it comes to actually tailoring your answers, right?
100%. Their AI can analyze job descriptions, figure out what those recruiters are looking for, and help you fine-tune your answers to hit all the right notes.
Talk about a secret weapon. Okay, back to those interview questions. What's next?
This is a classic. How would you develop and implement a successful online sales strategy? They're about to put your strategic brain to the test.
Okay, time to unleash that inner marketing genius. What are they really trying to uncover with this question?
They want to see you've got a system, a method to your madness. Would you start with deep market research, identifying ideal customer profiles, maybe a deep dive into the competitive landscape? It's your chance to walk them through your process.
Right. So don't be afraid to get a little technical here. Show them, your stuff like your KPIs from your ROAS.
Exactly. And when it comes to implementation, RoleCatcher's Career Guide really emphasizes defining those key metrics. Think conversion rates, customer acquisition cost, customer lifetime value.
Yeah, all those numbers that prove you actually know how to drive results, not just talk about it.
Exactly. Now, a likely follow-up here could be, can you give us an example of a time you had to pivot your strategy based on data or market changes?
Ooh, that's a good one. They want to
Yeah.
see how you adapt on the fly.
Exactly. The online world changes constantly, so you got to be able to roll with those punches and adjust accordingly.
Agility and analytics, got it. This is intense, even for me, and I'm not even the one being interviewed.
I know, right? And we're just getting started. Question number 4, coming in hot. This one's all about how online sales connect to the bigger business picture.
All right, lay it on me.
How do you ensure that online sale channels are aligned with overall business objectives? It's about seeing the bigger picture and understanding how your role impacts the entire company, not just your little corner of the internet. It's kind of like you're not just selling products online, you're contributing to the company's overall growth, right?
Yeah.
Their bottom line.
Oh, I like connecting the dots between online sales and the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So how do you actually convey that in an interview? Like, what are some things you'd say?
It's all about showing them you're a team player, not just working in a silo. How would you work with other departments? Marketing, product development, even finance.
Oh, yeah, proving you can play nice with others, even the finance folks.
Exactly. And be ready for a curveball here.
Yeah.
You might ask something like, can you give an example of a time you had to advocate for your online sales strategy to stakeholders?
Ooh, getting a little real with it.
Yeah.
I want to see if you can handle a little pushback, huh?
Exactly. This is where you showcase those persuasion skills. Did you use data to back up your recommendations? How'd you get buy-in?
Makes sense. So have a good example ready where you fought the good fight and won them over. Okay, we've talked strategy, collaboration, even a bit of office politics. What else is up their sleeve?
Time to put on that problem-solving hat, because question number 5 is all about troubleshooting.
Oh, I bet there are some stories here. Every online business has its share of hiccups, right?
Sure. The question is, can you tell us about a time you had to troubleshoot an issue with an online sales channel? They want to hear how you think on your feet.
Okay, so walk me through this one. What's the best way to approach it?
Choose a specific example. The more concrete, the better. How did you identify the problem? What steps did you take? Did you have to get creative?
And don't forget the data. Did you use any metrics or analytics to track the issue?
Yes. And this is where RoleCatcher can really give you an edge. Their AI can analyze your answers to these kinds of questions and offer feedback, like having a personal coach in your pocket.
Oh, that's right. It's like having a personal editor for your interview responses. Love it. Okay, hit me with the next challenge.
How do you measure the success of an online sales channel? Get ready. It's about to get analytical.
Numbers time. And I'm guessing they're not looking for just any old vanity metrics, right?
Nope. They want to see those KPIs, the ones that really matter. Think conversion rates, but also dive deeper into micro conversions like newsletter signups and, of course, those all-important macro conversions.
Right. It's about understanding the whole customer journey and where you can really make a difference.
Exactly. And this is where you can geek out a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you A/B test? Love data visualization tools. Let that inner data nerd out.
I'm here for it. And a potential follow-up question here could be, can you give us an example of a time you actually used data to improve something?
Totally. They're looking for those concrete examples that show you can turn data into action.
Love it. Data-driven decision-making music to a hiring manager's ears, I'm sure. Okay, I'm ready for the next curveball. Bring it on.
All right, this was all about resources. The question is, how do you prioritize and allocate resources for online sales channels? And, they're never unlimited.
That's the truth. Time, money, energy, never enough to go around. How do you even begin to decide where to focus when there are a million things that need attention?
It's tough, right? It's all about making those tough choices and justifying them. Have you used frameworks or models for resource allocation? Have you had to make the call to pause one project to focus on another?
Oh, that's a good point. They might ask about times you had to make those tough calls.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a question where those career stages in the RoleCatcher Guide could come in handy.
Definitely. Your approach will be different if you're just starting out versus if you've got years of experience managing budgets.
That's a great point. Okay, I'm ready to move on. Question number 8. Give it to me.
Time to toot your own horn a little bit. The question is, can you give us an example of a successful online marketing campaign you have executed?
Oh, I like this one. Time to break out the portfolio and show off those wins. What are some things to keep in mind when answering this?
Yeah, so when you're picking your example, make sure it lines up with the kind of role you're going for, And then really break it down. What was your game plan? What did you actually do? Oh, and don't forget the results. This is your time to shine, so don't be shy about those numbers.
Yeah, hit them with those impressive stats. And I'm also thinking, don't be afraid to talk about what you learned, right? Like, did anything surprise you, even if it wasn't a picture-perfect win? Shows you're always growing.
Exactly. It's all about continuous improvement. And be ready for those follow-ups, like how'd you measure ROI? They want to know you understand the business side of things, too.
For sure. Okay, 2 more questions to go. What's next on our list?
All right, this one often gets overlooked, but it's crucial. Question number 9. How do you ensure that online sales channels are in compliance with legal and regulatory requirements?
Oh, yeah. Nobody wants to mess with the legal stuff, especially in the online world. So we're talking about things like GDPR, CCPA, all that.
Exactly. You got to show you're on top of those regulations, you understand the importance of ethical practices, and you're not going to land the company in hot water.
Right. Got to make that money the right way. Okay, final question time. What's the last hurdle for our aspiring online sales channel managers?
Drum roll, please. It all comes down to data with this one. Get ready for. How do you analyze customer data to inform online sales strategies?
Data is king. But it's not just about having it, it's about using it, right? Like, what's your superpower when it comes to turning all those numbers into, like, actual insights?
Right on. This is where you talk about your analytical skills. What
Yeah.
tools do you use? How do you segment your audience? What gets you fired up about data?
And how do you put it all into practice? Are you personalizing your marketing, optimizing your website,
Well,
A/B testing like crazy?
exactly. And be ready for those follow-ups like, what's your experience with marketing automation? This is your chance to really showcase your expertise.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. We covered a ton today, everything from strategizing campaigns to navigating the wild world of data analysis and legal stuff. Being an online sales channel manager is definitely not for the faint of heart, but it sounds like an amazing career path.
It definitely is. And let's be real, the earning potential is pretty awesome too.
Right. So to all you aspiring online sales channel managers out there, remember, prepare for those tough questions. Use resources like RoleCatcher to gain that extra edge. And most importantly, bring your A game and passion to that interview. You got this.
That's a wrap for today's deep dive. Good luck out there.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and never stop chasing those ambitious goals. We'll catch you in the next one.